Now, I know a lot of you may be wondering, why didn't you paint your King Ghidorah the golden color everyone's doing it? So first of all, I'll be explaining to you guys my process throughout this video and why I decided to go with a different route. So thinking back, I noticed a lot of people were doing their Ghidorahs in a traditional golden color like the OG Heisei Ghidorah, and I was thinking to myself, you know what? I don't want to be like everyone else. I want to do something different, something that makes me stand out, and I want this Ghidorah to be more realistic looking to the film. And yeah, the colors are so there with the original color, but I felt as if it was missing a little bit of touches here and there, and it would have been perfect. So looking back at the poster, movie shots, and movie stills, I noticed that Ghidorah is a mixture of multiple colors. Now those colors are black, yellow, gold, brown, light brown, a super pale skin color to the human color that we have. So first of all, what inspired me to do this color and not the golden color? I took inspiration from the X Plus Deformed King Ghidorah 2019 and also the poster and a few other things that I saw with the movie. I noticed that Ghidorah is a more yellow color, and in some shots he looks very shiny, but that's because he has small hints of shiny colors around his head, his body, his wings, especially on his legs. And look, I know the spikes, you can actually do them full on yellow or brown, black. It's up to you because you do see Ghidorah with multiple colors, and it really does come to how you prefer your Ghidorah. Now looking at my figure, I decided to put small hints of golden throughout his body, even heads. If you look very closely and you have the right condition with the lights, you see the small hints of golden throughout his face and body, spikes, especially on his wings, but you have to have the light right on Ghidorah so you get that vibrant golden color that you see. And for the black, you see it all over his face. I did notice that once he awakens from the snow, he has a lot of black throughout his face, nose, and body. Like I told you, Ghidorah, this time around, he's going for a more realistic color. He's mixed with multiple colors. So it really does come down to you, how you want to paint your Ghidorah. If you want a full OG Heisei golden color to Ghidorah, or you want to go with the more traditional realistic look that I'm going with. Now, one of my biggest mistakes when painting Ghidorah is adding black. Now, I know the black helps a lot of details pop out even more because you're covering the figure, and then you go with the second touch of color, and that brings out so much details. But one of the problems there that I totally forgot since I was doing this super late was black and yellow really don't go together, because once you mix black and yellow, it creates a more greenish color, and that really messes your color very bad. So one of the things that I suggest you to do instead of what I did was actually leave your Ghidorah as it is. Don't paint it black, just paint it yellow and with a mixture of brown with orange, and that should give you a more realistic look. Because if you paint it black like I did, you're gonna have a much difficult time covering the greenish touch that you'll have on your figure. So you'll have to cover this figure with yellow and orange and other colors multiple times, like maybe 5 passes. Let it dry, paint it again, let it dry, and do it over and over until the greenish color disappears. Okay, so let's say you want to cover your King Ghidorah in a full-on shiny golden color, right? You'll do the following steps. First, spray paint your Ghidorah figure in a full-on black. It doesn't matter if it's shiny black, matte black, just cover it in black. After that, buy a brush that's size 1, 2, maybe 3, not that big. Get a mixture of shiny gold, shiny browns, and a shiny silver color. Mix every single one of them together to get a unique color. After that, just grab a piece of paper, remove most of the paint. That way you're only left with a limited amount of paint on your brush, and start painting your figure. Don't use a spray paint on your figure. If you do that, you'll remove all of your details that the black color would have gave you. Unless you're looking for a full-on golden ghidorah, be my guest. Through that, it's up to you. But if you really want your figure to pop out with the most details and have great paint on it, go with black and the golden on top. That's going to bring out so many details that we're hitting on this figure. But in my case, I chose not to go with the shiny gold because, you know, I already have my Bandai King Ghidorah with a shiny gold, so I didn't really want to keep on doing the same thing over and over again. So in this case, you know, I was looking at many pictures of Ghidorah, especially the poster version, where you just see him rocking a full-on yellow with a orange type of look. But like I told you guys, at the end of the day, this is your figure. It's up to you which color you want your figure to represent. A shiny gold, a shiny browns, a full-on golden. Maybe you want to go with a more realistic look. Maybe you just want a full-on yellow, a full-on orange. It is up to you. The limits here are only yours to put on. At the moment, this figure isn't done because part of me wants to keep on working on this figure. I want to wait until the full-on movie releases so I get a better idea. Like I told you guys, I really want this to be as close as possible to the movie version. Also, one of the biggest keys right here, if you have an airbrush gun, that is the best way to paint all of your figures. It's going to save you time and so many other things that you can possibly do, and I think it's insane. So in this video, I'm doing a comparison of my Mecha King Ghidorah and of course my Monsterarts, and you can see the differences in color. With this version that you're looking at right now, it's a full-on golden, no modifications with black or anything like that. So you get an idea of both colors and how different they are from each other. And hopefully that gives you an idea of how a full-on golden King Ghidorah would look if you were to go with the golden version. But like I told you, if you want more details to pop, I recommend you to cover your figure with black and then do the gold on top with all the colors. Now the second comparison is my Bandai King Ghidorah. Now this one, you can obviously see the difference once you apply the black underneath, the golden brush on top with other colors that I mixed in together to get a really cool color effect. So hopefully you see the difference versus a standard golden and a black covered with golden on it. Huge difference between both of them. So if you have any questions, drop it down below. And I know a lot of people have been asking me, what type of brand color are you using? Where can I find them? Look, it really doesn't matter. As long as you get a shiny gold, a black color, and a browns, yellow, orange, black, whatever, right? As long as you get the colors that I told you a while ago, you'll be good to go. It doesn't really matter if the brand that I'm using is different from yours, because obviously we're in different countries, there's different brands. So just keep in mind, if you want a shiny Ghidorah, just go to your store and get a full-on shiny golden, a chrome, a matte black, a shiny black. It just doesn't matter what type of color, what type of brand you pick up. Just remember, it's what you feel most comfortable with. It's what you want your Ghidorah to represent. Now keep in mind, what you should be worried about is the quality of paint or how much the paint costs. If you want your figure to look better in terms of paint quality, obviously go for the more high-end quality paints in your store, because if you go for a cheaper version, then it's not really going to look that good in terms of paint quality, and over time your paint could chip off, it could fall off or disappear or get even worse. So if you want the best quality on your figure, I recommend you to go to a paint shop, take a look at the paints, maybe ask for help, recommendations and all of that. Now if you don't have money or you're on a budget, it really doesn't matter. Like I told you, this is your figure, you're free to do whatever you want with it. Whatever works best for you, just do it. I'm just telling you the pros and cons. Now another question that I've been getting is, my King Ghidorah won't stand, his wings keep on falling off, what should I do? A quick tip for that is, grab a piece of tape, it doesn't matter what type of tape, tape the wings around with a very thin tape and you should be good to go. In fact, with this technique, it should be more harder for your wings to fall off or even you to take off. So keep that in mind. They will be much tighter. It depends on your situation and the way you want to pose your figure. Another question that I've been getting, my ghidorah figure keeps on falling off. It just won't not stand. The tip that I recommend you to do right here is pull your necks all the way backwards. Have your figure straight, just standing. Keep him very balanced and you should be good to go. The wings, pull them all the way back so that way your figure has all the way going backwards and not forwards. But I do recommend you to use your stance because there's just a lot of weight on your figure and it could damage your ball joints on every single wing. So it is up to you if you want to risk it or not. I don't recommend it because it can fall off. It depends where you have it. If you have it in a very high place, it's going to fall off and most likely your wings will break on you. So this is at your own risk. I don't take any blame for it. I'm just telling you what works for me may not work for you. Now at the moment I'm trying to buy a airbrush gun because that's really going to help me in many ways with customizing my figures, do the impossible possible, and it just works way better for different things. But of course every single thing has its cons and its pros, so it's always better to have, you know, a little bit of everything in your life to make your life much easier. So if I ever do buy one, most likely this figure will be modified to give it a more accurate version, a better paint job, and of course I will be keeping you guys updated. Something else that I wanted to clarify, a lot of people or just a few people were, you know, being rude in the comments saying, why are you such a hater, why are you judging this figure, just complaining about it. And look, I'm giving you my honest review on this figure. If you don't like it, then don't like it. That's just how it is. If you expect me to tell you this is the best figure out there and keep on lying to you like other YouTubers, pretend that every single figure is amazing without any flaws, that is not true because everything in life isn't perfect. If it is perfect, it's a miracle. That's how I see it. So I'd rather be honest than a faker. And I'm just giving you my thoughts. And maybe, yeah, I was very hard on this figure because I was having a bad day. I barely get any sleep. I've been so stressed out dealing with so many things with shipping problems. Like I told you, I had to pay double the price for this figure. So literally that day was not my day. I was very mad, very stressed out, and that's why I told you guys in that video multiple times I was not happy with how things went with this figure, and I'm just being honest. On top of that, I've been getting so stressed out because I barely get any sleep. I've been staying up super late, pretty much all night for you guys, getting you guys content with stop motion. It is not easy. People think YouTube is easy. It's not easy. Once you have the pressure on you, it becomes a harder job. But I do apologize if I came out rude. I didn't mean to do that, but thank you guys so much for always supporting my channel and always coming by to watch the latest news and everything.